for a corporation. They have very strict rules that they'd like you to follow. There's behavior rules, there's language rules, there's dress rules, there's, rules about the time you're supposed to be there and the amount of work you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to take home and what's required of you. People are conditioned to have someone tell them what they can and can't do.
Nobody knows me. Apostle, right now as I'm standing here, I'm in debt of 1,500,000,000. Find rest. You are not the first to get into debt. Please. There are people who have been into debt of billions of dollars and God brought them out. Find rest.
Most people think debt is just about money, a number on a statement, a monthly payment, something you deal with later. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Debt quietly shapes your choices, your stress levels, your relationships, and even your future, often without you realizing it. Right now, millions of people are working jobs they hate, delaying dreams, and losing sleep, not because they lack ambition, but because debt is sitting in the background, demanding a cut of every paycheck. If you've ever wondered why it feels like you're running faster but getting nowhere, this conversation is for you. Debt is so common today that it's almost invisible. Credit cards, student loans, car payments, mortgages, these are treated as normal parts of adulthood. In the United States alone, total household debt surpassed $17 trillion, according to Federal Reserve data. The average American household carries over $8,000 in credit card debt, not including mortgages. Globally, household debt has grown faster than income in many developed countries. Yet, despite how widespread it is, very few people truly understand what debt is costing them beyond the obvious interest payments. The real cost of debt is not just financial, it's psychological, emotional, and behavioral. Studies from organizations like the American Psychological Association consistently show that money-related stress is one of the leading causes of anxiety and depression. People in high debt are more likely to experience chronic stress, poor sleep, and strained relationships. Debt doesn't just take money from your future, it takes mental energy from your present. Every unpaid balance represents a decision already made for you. One of the biggest lies about debt is that it's harmless if you can manage the payments. Minimum payments are designed to keep you comfortable enough not to panic, but trapped enough to keep paying interest for years, sometimes decades. Credit card companies earn most of their profit from people who carry balances, not from those who pay in full. At an average interest rate of 20% or more, a $5,000 credit card balance can take over 15 years to pay off if you only make minimum payments, costing thousands in interest alone. Student loans tell a similar story. In the US, student loan debt exceeds $1.7 trillion, affecting over 43 million borrowers. While education can increase lifetime earnings, many borrowers find themselves paying loans well into their 40s and 50s. Delayed homeownership, delayed retirement savings, and reduced financial flexibility are common consequences. The opportunity cost, the things you could have done with that money, is often greater than the interest itself. Debt also limits your freedom in subtle ways. When a large portion of your income is already spoken for, you have less ability to take risks. You might stay in a job you dislike because missing a paycheck isn't an option. You might avoid starting a business, moving cities, or changing careers because debt removes margin for error. Financial experts often refer to this as golden handcuffs, not because the pay is great, but because the obligations are heavy. Another hidden cost of debt is how it trains your behavior. Easy access to credit encourages consumption before earning. Instead of saving first and buying later, debt reverses the process. Over time, this weakens financial discipline and makes emergencies more dangerous. When an unexpected expense hits, medical bills, car repairs, job loss, people already in debt often have no buffer, forcing them deeper into borrowing. This is how debt compounds not just financially, but structurally. The system itself is built to normalize this cycle. Marketing messages constantly reinforce the idea that you deserve upgrades, experiences, and comfort now. Buy now, pay later. Zero interest offers that quietly reset to high rates. Lifestyle inflation that grows with income. None of these messages emphasize long-term consequences. According to research by the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of adults would struggle to cover a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. That vulnerability is not accidental, it's systemic. But here's the critical truth most people miss. Debt is not a life sentence. It feels permanent when you're inside it, but it is breakable, with strategy, discipline, and time. Breaking free doesn't require extreme deprivation or unrealistic income jumps. It requires understanding how debt actually works and attacking it deliberately instead of passively. The first step to breaking free from debt is awareness, brutally honest awareness. Many people underestimate how much they owe or avoid looking at the full picture because it's uncomfortable. But clarity reduces fear. Listing every debt, interest rate, minimum payment, and balance gives you control. Financial researchers consistently show that people who track their finances are more likely to improve them. What gets measured gets managed. Once you see the full picture, prioritization becomes possible. Not all debt is equal. High-interest consumer debt, like credit cards and payday loans, is the most destructive and should be eliminated first. Strategies like the debt avalanche, paying highest interest first, save the most money mathematically, while the debt snowball, paying smallest balances first, can boost motivation through quick wins. Behavioral economists note that motivation matters just as much as math when it comes to long-term financial behavior. Increasing income, even temporarily, can dramatically accelerate debt payoff. This doesn't always mean changing careers. Side work, overtime, freelance projects, or selling unused assets can create short-term cash flow focused entirely on debt reduction. According to labor data, even an extra few $100s per month applied consistently can shave years off repayment timelines. The key is directing extra income intentionally, not letting it disappear into lifestyle upgrades. Spending reduction is equally powerful, though often misunderstood. Cutting expenses doesn't mean cutting joy. It means aligning spending with values. Many people find that they don't miss subscriptions, impulse purchases, or convenience spending nearly as much as they expected. Research in behavioral psychology shows that happiness from purchases fades quickly, while relief from reduced financial stress lasts much longer. Temporary sacrifice can create permanent freedom. Another often overlooked tool is renegotiation. Credit card interest rates, medical bills, and even some student loans can sometimes be reduced through direct negotiation, hardship programs, or refinancing. While results vary, millions of people successfully lower interest rates each year simply by asking. This isn't about gaming the system. It's about using available options to reduce unnecessary costs. Emergency savings play a critical role in staying debt-free once progress begins. Without a buffer, even small setbacks can undo months of effort. Financial planners commonly recommend starting with a modest emergency fund, often $1,000, before aggressively attacking debt. This prevents new borrowing and stabilizes momentum. Over time, that fund should grow to cover several months of expenses. Breaking free from debt also requires addressing mindset. Debt is often tied to shame, secrecy, and self-blame. But debt is not a moral failure. It's a financial condition influenced by education, income, policy, and circumstance. Removing shame allows you to make rational decisions instead of emotional ones. Studies show that people who approach debt with problem-solving rather than guilt are more likely to succeed. One of the most powerful changes happens after debt is eliminated. Cash flow returns. Money that once disappeared into interest payments becomes available for saving, investing, and giving. This is where wealth building actually begins. Historically, households with low or no debt are significantly more likely to build net worth over time, even at moderate incomes. Freedom compounds just like debt does, only in your favor. The long-term impact of becoming debt-free extends beyond money. People report lower stress, better sleep, improved relationships, and increased confidence. Financial independence, even partial, restores choice. You can say no when needed. You can plan long-term. You can absorb shocks without panic. These benefits don't show up on a balance sheet, but they shape quality of life. Debt thrives on inaction. It grows quietly when ignored and shrinks quickly when confronted. The earlier you act, the more powerful time becomes on your side. Even small, imperfect steps matter. Paying an extra $50, skipping one impulse purchase, making one call. Momentum builds faster than you expect once direction is clear. If you're currently in debt, remember this. You are not behind. You are at the starting line of awareness. Every payment you make intentionally is a vote for your future freedom. The process may take months or years, but every step forward weakens debt's grip on your life. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. And if you're not yet in serious debt, understanding its real cost is how you stay free. Debt doesn't announce itself as dangerous. It arrives disguised as convenience. Learning how it works before you need it is one of the most powerful financial advantages you can have. Breaking free from debt isn't about deprivation. It's about reclaiming control. Control over your money. Control over your time. Control over your choices. And once you experience that control, you realize the true cost of debt was never just interest. It was freedom. If this video helped you see debt differently, imagine how many others are still stuck in silence, thinking there's no way out. Subscribe to the channel for more honest, data-driven conversations about money, mindset, and financial freedom. Every week, we break down complex financial realities into practical steps you can actually use. Your future self will thank you for starting today.